Hello, welcome to Monday Night MegaMek. On a Monday, what is this? Like, we haven't had an actual Monday session in a minute. My schedule is clear and I was able to do it, and I'm very excited to be here because, I don't know, Monday feels like the best night Monday feels like the best night for MegaMek. I mean, beyond the alliteration, you know, it's something to just sort of relax, sit, and do your first day of work after maybe being, you know, off on the weekend. So it's like, alright, you don't want to go out and socialize, you just want to relax, and MegaMek is generally a great way to do that. So we're picking up on our campaign. Additionally, they just released MegaMek development version 50.07, which I have downloaded and I am about to implement. So we're going to see live as sort of a instructional figuring out kind of system of updating from the current sort of stable release of 50.06 to this new development release of 50.07. Now, there's a long list of interesting features for this that we could potentially explore as we start here. So we'll get going. We're going to skip the last time on Monday Night MegaMek because I was unable to open, you know, I wanted this to be a dry run of the updates. So I was unable to open and really look back at the previous scenarios, and it's been a minute. So I don't really remember exactly what's happened. So here we have the update screen. So as I am updating and running this for the first time, it apparently detected the previous version. It says, Captain, fantastic news. We've just had an update to our command and control software with loads of new features. By the way, I thought I should tell you that the system is going to be compiling for about 15 to 20 minutes, so some of the minor systems might go on and off, but it's nothing to worry about. In the meanwhile, I've included a few options so you can restore full operational control. So, preferred preset, new player preset. We're probably not going to do that. We're going to go into manual. But stop. Have you backed up your saves? Yes. I copied over the entirety of my version of 50.06. So, if this doesn't work for some reason, I can just go right back to the old file. No problem. While every effort is made to ensure the stability of every release, mistakes can be made. Please make sure to create a backup copy, so we're good there. Upgraded versions. Once you've backed up your save, please select your preferred preset. This will ensure your campaign options are fully upgraded to the latest version. Alternatively, you may select manual to adjust the settings by hand, and we're going to go through that. Please know that selecting a preset will overwrite your current campaign settings. So that's why we're going to do manual, because we have changed a few of the settings. I don't know... I can't remember exactly what we've changed, but we went over that in episode 1 as we set this up. And specifically later on, we did change experience levels. In the MegaMek, not forums, but Discord, they did mention how in 50.06 they changed experience rates to more closely match the BattleTech RPG A Time of War. And it was too slow. So they changed the numbers and brought it back to a previous setting. Brought it back to previous settings for this version. We had already increased them on our own, so we're going to see how that did. Yep. It is no longer necessary to wait until you're out of contract to upgrade versions. Yeah, we are in the middle of the contract. We had a long time to go. So this is why we're actually able to do this. Normally, in previous releases, you would have to wait until your contract, sort of the mission generator thing, was over with before you start a new one. Right. However, we strongly recommend selecting one of these stock presets every few versions, as a lot of key balancing and handling within those presets. Right. You have veteran player preset, campaign option, tabula rasa. So I'm going to hit campaign operations preset because that might set some few things before we go into manual. If you encounter any bugs, consider opening a bug report. Now, on their Discord, they did list a whole bunch of bugs that have already been reported. When I read through it, there's nothing that should really be affecting us. We don't have battle armor, and we're not overly concerned. So let's head right in to manual. So we are updating here, and we're going to see all of the fun new features of this latest update. Now, In particular, they have added a whole bunch of implementation of RPG features and skills. So here we have unit camouflage, yada yada, all of this. General, commander, SPAs only. For multi-personal units, only count the SPAs owned by the unit commander. If disabled, at least 50% of unit's crew must possess the SPA for it to be made available in scenarios. Okay, so this is for units that have multiple people in them. I'm gonna hit that. So this is for elementals, which we don't see. We're in 3026. There shouldn't be any elementals, though we do see battle armor that we can buy sometimes. This will mean that the commander of the vehicle unit or the commander of the elemental unit, whoever is in charge, their SPAs will apply to the unit. Otherwise, it says right there, at least 50% of the unit's crew must possess the SPA. So that, having to have 5 guys in an elemental, thing to all have the SPA ends up being kind of silly. So I like that. I'm guessing the thing with the star, those are new things. So we're going to go through here. Awards. We don't see anything. Medical. Use permanent medics. All medics contribute 1 to the medic pool. However, permanent medics contribute additional points to the pool based on their total skill level at the medtech/any skill divided by 2.5. Derek, hi. I've seen the release but haven't gone through the changes in detail. Yeah, we're starting this here. See, I like the permanent medic change. I've always kind of, the setting is generally default to refill your Aztec or your medic pool at the beginning of every day or every week. Useful permanent medics means that if you have a medic, an actual person has a face, has a name, gains experience, it means they're better than just a generic thing. A character with 8 levels, for example, would contribute to 4 points to the pool. Yes, I like that. That makes the random characters a lot better, and it means we have a reason to hire medics. Fantastic. Personnel information. Expanded patient longbow. I don't care about that one. Prisoners. Now, there are some bugs with prisoners. I'm not overly concerned with that. Like, the numbers are inflated, but we're not a giant unit. I don't think that's something we overly need to worry about, but we'll see. Alright, award coming of age SPAs. Ooh. Yes, award coming of age. Okay, interesting. Recommendation. This was balanced around pool of SPAs being rather large due to the addition of a time of war SPAs. If you are working with a smaller SPA pool. Ooh, SPAs, special piling abilities. They've added some. That's cool. Okay, so we have secondary skills. We have that. That's cool. Right now, there's nobody who to be, coming of age, but if you have a unit that's been around for a while, your personnel might have kids, or you might find dependents, and when they turn 16, they might gain an SPA. Yeah. Backgrounds. I don't see any stars. Randomized civilian origins. There we go. Let's do that. I like that. Death. I see no purple stars. Education. I see no purple stars. Name and portraits. Yeah, we're fine. Rank systems. We're all good. Relationships. Divorce. Marriage. Procreation. I see no stars. But we were just talking about coming of age. This is sort of... Yes, your characters can get busy and have kids. And get married. And get divorced. So, as our crew expands, things might get more interesting in terms of the personnel we have, but turnover and retention, fatigue, I see no purple stars. Turnover, I see no purple stars. Salaries, support, civilian. All right, we're good with human resources. On to advancement, randomization, human resources, salaries, combat, support, civilian. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we've got all that. Advancement. Randomization, experience awards, recruitment bonuses, skills, gunnery skills, no purple, piling skills, no purple, Support, no purple, roleplay skills. Look at all of these. Love it. I do actually have an in-person A Time of War campaign. Ooh, Jade Falcon logo here. So so A Time of War has some interesting things about when you play a Jade Falcon character. Surprise, I play a Jade Falcon character. Can you tell that I like them? Can you tell that I like them from... Well, I'd show you the background on my computer as a big Jade Falcon symbol, but MegaMek is in the way. All right, so we're good here. We like all of those. Abilities, combat abilities. All right. These should be those. Enable all, just to make sure. Maneuvering abilities, enable all. I like more SPAs. I don't like calling them spas. Flaws. Enable all. Origins. Enable all. There we go. Logistics. I see. Ooh, use functional appraisal. If enabled, your procuring characters will make an unmodified appraisal skill check. Each margin of success or failure will decrease or increase the cost of purchases by 2.5%. Yes. More RPG stuff. More useful skills. More useful characters. I'm all for this. Functional appraisal, yes. Planetary acquisitions, I see no purple stars. Tech limits, I see no purple stars. Maintenance and repairs, I see nothing purple, so nothing particularly... Oh! Use permanent Aztecs. Yes, just like medics. Hiring people to be actually part of your crew and leveling them up makes them better. Perfect. And you know, so there's people who will play MegaMek in previous versions and who will assign basically every person in their crew, give them just one level of Aztec, because you just needed one level of Aztec, and that means everybody had the secondary job of providing tech labor. And that kind of filled the pool up without having you to, you know, hire locals. Operations, finances, markets, personnel, market style. If enabled, each month personnel will apply to join your campaign. Ooh. Interesting. None means the new personnel markets are disabled. If you want to continue using a depreciated market method, you must set market style to this option. Mech HQ is designed to specifically support Mech HQ commands and is a recommended option for most players. Yes. Campaign Ops Revised follows the rules outlined in campaign operations, but includes additional coverage for LAM pilots and admin personnel. This is recommended for players who want the rules as written, but modified to work with Mech HQ and Cam Ops Cam Ops Strict. So we're going to go Mech HQ. This is cool. So people apply to work with you rather than that giant list of people to recruit. So that might be cool. All right. Yeah, hiring halls and capitals only. No, that makes it a pain in the ass to recruit people when you're not at them. Like if you're in the middle of a mission and you need some new people, you just can't find them. So I don't like that up. I like that option in an RPG sense, but it's kind of strict. All right, nothing that. Whoa. Look at that. That's an interesting, just changes based on the size of the text. Systems, A Time of War. Display all attributes. Yes, I like to see the intelligence scores and the interesting scores of the characters. And allow monthly connections checks. Sure. Faction standing. Look at all. Yes, enable faction standing. So you'll have reputation with factions. This is something I'm excited for as we sort of continue to explore and get new contracts. This option enables the tracking of faction standing. Faction standing represents how liked you are across the inner sphere. Actions such as taking contracts can increase or diminish your standing. Full documentation can be found in docs folder. Okay. And enable verbose climate regard. When enabled, the climate regard of each faction will be logged and the data logged on the first of each month. I'm not going to enable that. I don't need to see all of that every month. Well, you know what? Let's turn it on. We can always turn it off. Let's see what it's actually like. Nothing there. Digital GMs. Okay, advanced scouting apparently is bugged. I remember that from the Discord, so I'm not going to turn it on. But if enabled, when scouting the area of operations, characters will use the high scouting skill to reveal hexes. Ooh, primarily used by combat team to decide the patrol role. Oh, I'd really like that. But there was something in the bug report about advanced scouting, so we're going to skip that. Legacy options, we're going to skip that. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Fantastic. So we are going to save this. Pop it over there. You have just enabled faction standing in a campaign that previously had it disabled. Would you like to update faction standings to account for past missions contracts? Yes. I mean, we've just got the one thing here. So, save that. Apply settings. Here we go. And we are in. Look at this. Okay, the user interface has changed a little bit. Which kinda doesn't quite work because I have the way I have borders set up. So we're actually gonna have to not full screen this and lower it down a little bit. So you guys can see some of these buttons up here. So it'll tell you the current location, marketplace. The user interface scale has changed. So let's, yeah, I had it on really high. Higher than most people would want it because I want you guys to be able to actually read stuff. Here we go. Now you should be able to see and read. I also have the, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a bright green pointer that is literally the largest, most obvious pointer I could find searching through all kinds of sort of, you know, pointer stuff. I even have multiple different settings. If you look, the little pointer finger, that is a normal sized thing, and it's a completely different icon set. So see how small that is? See how big that is? This is how dedicated I live with the giant green pointer because I don't want to constantly have to change it back and forth. I live with this for you guys. In any case, let's take a look at our personnel. What does it say here? There we go. Strength, body, reflexes, intelligence, willpower, charisma. There we go. Support skills, administration, leadership, training, strategy, disguise, roleplay skills, cryptography and running, implants and abilities, traits and miscellaneous, edge, fatigue, ice education, high school. Yes, the subtle jade Vulcan pointer. It's not. Here's the thing. If I had to choose the biggest pointer possible, I chose green because yes, green is my favorite color. And maybe now you can actually see. Minimize that. My desktop. I am dedicated. I am Green Bird 100%. All right. Gordana. Intelligence 4. 7 reflexes. That's a lot. Body, dexterity. Not bad stats. Yeah, the giant user interface size is messing with things a little bit. I'm going to shrink it just slightly because we have a whole bunch of new features that aren't quite showing up right. Okay. Yeah, that's... I hope you guys can still... Well, you can't read what I'm looking at because it's behind my face. Oddly enough. That's inconvenient. This whole... Yeah, let's scroll up. Here we can see roleplay skills, traits and miscellaneous, the about down here. Kind of hidden by my face, but... Alright. Oh, that updated. Sherry, Edith. Edith is our newest. We recruit her. My tongue is not cooperating with me right now. We recruited her because we didn't like the other guys. And we still have a little bit of issue here. Interest literature 8, but half of the 8 is cut off. But these are the roleplay skills, so it's not that bad. Not that important. Alright. Sherry, high reflexes, intelligence 4. 4 is okay. Roleplay skills, traits. Alright. She does have Frogman, which is movement and death 2 or greater water costs 1 MP less. Also grants -1 to all PSR checks, including physicals, as well as -2 to crush depth checks. So she's good in the water, which is interesting because she jumps. Okay, so we left off, I believe, immediately after a mission. So one of the first things you do immediately after a mission is run instant mass repair in case you have any repair hours left. Let's take a look at the personnel market. We've got accessing Mercnet recruitment services. Offer Golden Hello. What is Golden Hello? Okay, it's not telling me. Interesting. We'll see what happens here. All right. Hangar. We have the undamaged Crusader. We have the crippled Awesome that's being worked on. We have Hover Transport because we're building up our convoy. Lots of damage stuff. Double check our TOE because it's been a minute. Alright, I think we are okay for the moment. We'll start advancing the days. Oh, hit the button once. Captain, my team is currently overwhelmed by the size of the unit and is straining our ability to keep up with demand. We're experiencing a significant increase in complaints from personnel. Okay, human resources strain. So, HR capacity 52 out of 50. Alright, I guess we hired some new people or personnel. Let's take a look. And prisoners. I think we got some prisoners. Alright. So some of these people might be doing that, but we are going to continue as ordered. It's going to keep bugging us with that until we hire some people, but we can't hire anyone. Although, let's take a look at our administrators. 38. Ultra Green, you might be able to... What are we looking for? New skills, current skills, support. Yes. Did that do it? No. With our admin HRs, I think who we want to increase, but we probably can't. Nope. 65. We're way off. We are way off on these guys, so we are just going to advance the day and tell them not to bother us. We know we need more human resources. I think Golden Hello is a hiring bonus. That'd be my guess, but without a tooltip popping up to tell me what it does, I can't be sure. Alright, let's go to Repair Bay. We always want to double check what's going on because sometimes there's stuff that can be worked on that the instant mass repair doesn't do. Parts acquisition. Are we... Yep. Acquired 22. I don't think there's anything not... Zero inventory. Zero on order. Alright, let's start the next day here. Yeah, it normally gives you a warning of stuff you're missing, but we did just update. PPC, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna order stuff. Acquired 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Because that's heat sinks. We need a lot of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Done. We should see all of this stuff here. There we go. Yeah, so now we're just waiting for stuff. Stuff to arrive, people to heal. Yeah, well, people have healed, so just gonna keep going, waiting for a mission. Employee turnover check. This is slightly different. And target number, pay bonus, there we go. Roll, we're fine, okay. We received an application from a candidate whose profession is rarely seen in the recruitment pool. Their skills are not something we typically get access to. If we choose not to move on this, we'll immediately access the recruitment data list. Let's take a look. We have a soldier. Yeah, don't care. We don't need soldiers. Stuka, we do not need. Alright, she got a marksmanship award because her gunnery skill is increased. Issue awards. Fantastic. Here we go, personnel market. Why does it say 26 regular applicants available, 16 green? Going to avoid the GM. Documentation recruit. So it tells me there's more people available, but we don't. Hit the documentation button. No, we don't care. Close all. Alright, skipping all of that. We're not worried about too much. Up. They are offering an estimated 16 tons if we can provide our own vehicles. Otherwise, it must be 4 tons. I've checked TUE and we have around 0 tons of space across all vehicles current in the convoy. So use the employer's convoy. We balanced. Accept. There we go. Alright, let's double check. Things are getting repaired. I'm not seeing anything that needs to be done. Just passing time. How is everybody today? Please like and subscribe as we wait and see stuff to be delivered and try to find a mission. Missions tend to happen. We are in a new month, so everything's explored. We are just waiting for a scenario to be created, and we haven't had one this month. They're generally monthly, so click no before his maintenance on. Awesome. No. Alright, so it's crippled. We need to set somebody here. We don't have anybody to assign. We could use another mech tech. If we can access the personnel market. Stuff is arriving. So one part that is not being worked on. Target number 7. That's why. This is fairly basic. No, we are in a maintenance facility, so that should lower it. Yep. And it's being worked on. It's kind of interesting, the facility that they sometimes automatically put you in, because if you look at the hangar here, the Marauder, change site. See, it's in a maintenance facility. I didn't do that. It just is. And so when you see something pop in that's not, you kind of wonder, like, what happened? Why did you not get into the hangar? Did someone leave that mech out in the rain? Why are you leaving the mech out in the rain? Bring it into the maintenance hangar. Come on. It needs repairs. Don't repair something on the tarmac. No, the turnover check. Roll. Okay. Personnel market. See, it's just the one. Ah, there's the problem. We discovered the issue, and it was us. It was us the whole time. I needed to make it bigger. All right. Profession, medic. Recruit the medic. MedTech 4. Yes. Intelligence 6. Excellent. Highest education, early childhood. That doesn't make sense for a medic, but interviewer notes. Mental aptitude exam, 57%. Acts on gut, doesn't wait for confirmation, just moves. Usually right. Yeah, we will recruit. We need actual medics. Admin transport. We need admin HR. There, admin HR. Fantastic. Mushira, yada yada. Mental aptitude at 52%. Anticipates and executes already motion while others are thinking. Brings heat and motion. Mushira, intelligence 6. Great, bringing you on. Alright, we could use another mech tech. Let's sort by profession here. Admin transport. A regular. What is she like? 55%, intelligence 6. Aztec. She's Aztec. Interesting. Yeah, bring her on. She's willing to throw into the mech bay and participate and carry stuff. We're good. And a regular mech tech. Intelligence 5. Administration skill. I like it. There we go. We have our missing mech tech. And no, Aztec. We want to hire Aztecs now. Aztec 5. Fantastic. Anyone else here? Another medic. Hire. Hire. I'm actually excited to hire these random people now. Profession, professional. What? Profession, professional. This is new. I have no idea what use this person could be at all. But we've got a mech tech, we have admin, we have everything else. So we are going to close. We are good. I like that. Yeah. Use the employer's convoy, balanced, accept. Where don't we have a convoy right now? But it's only minimal in terms of what they can do. Oh, Ostrock arrives. Or is undamaged. Alright. So we're going to assign the tech to the awesome. Crusader. This is our extra Crusader. The Ostrock. This is large laser, medium laser, medium laser, SM4. The civilian professional randos are mainly there to hire for stats and retrain with the education options. That makes sense. Kind of. Is that just, because that's what we used to do with dependents? Are professionals a new extra version of dependents? But I don't know why I'd hire a professional to train them. Not something we have to worry about at the moment. I'm just trying to think if I want to customize anything right now, because we have Sherry here who has jumping jack, meaning a +1 to hit penalty for jumping rather than a +3. She wants a mech with jump, and I think an Ostrock is a good mech to give jump jets. Let's do it. Let's customize this. Customize in Mech Lab. Now, obviously the problem here is we are still in intro tech. So, oh, they've changed stuff. Link to the mall. What is this? Choose the source book. Opens the source book. Some new buttons here. See, this is just Mech HQ. I haven't seen anything else for actual MegaMek or any of that just yet. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the SRM4. I like having it, but, you know, it is what it is. Jump jets are 1 ton each, so that's jump 3. We want room for a little bit more jump. What can we do? You know what? This is 16 heat for 2 large lasers. There's a problem, because particularly if we're jumping, we can't fire those without gaining a lot of heat. So let's get 2 more jump jets. We have large laser, medium laser, all in the torsos. Well, alright, flamer, medium laser, large laser. I do like me PPCs. We could replace the large laser with a PPC, in which case we could, at 15 heat sinks, jump 5 and fire it and stay neutral. And then we have extra medium lasers at heat 3, which means if we don't fire the PPC, we generate 11 heat from jumping. I think what we can do is give us gain a little heat when we shoot and fire, and then gain an extra medium laser here. So that's 9 plus 5 for jumping. That's 14. That's exactly what we're at. So if we jump and shoot, we gain 1 heat with the PPC. If we jump and medium laser, we stay neutral. And we also have the option to just alpha strike a nuke. I think dependents got broken up into professional, civilians hired in unit, and camp followers, people who join his family. Oh, okay. Ostrog, it's 2C Mark II. We're going to call this the Emerald Cast EC1. Emerald Cast 1. Introductory. Let's see, I could try to go advanced, but we're going to keep it this. Now we got assigned stuff. So I like heat sinks in the legs. Do we have any heat sinks standing around? No. We have, whoop, there we go. And I actually like jump jets in the torso. Crit padding. That's why. We only have 5. Let's put one in the center there. Medium laser. We're going to put all of the mediums to the left, and there's the PPC. Oh, there's the large laser. Oh, we didn't switch to the PPC. We left the large laser in. Ah. That messes with the math. So it's 8 heat, 11, 16, and we have room. See, I did the math in my head and then didn't actually do it. PPC add 59. We have an extra ton. You can actually bring it up and make it all even. Fantastic. That's even better. And we even have another heat sink to put in the feet to shoot more things. But also, I do kind of like the idea of just gaining a lot more heat. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Heat sink, heat sink. There we go. A little bit of crit padding. Just put the medium laser in the head. 3 in the left torso, 1 in the head. I like this. Boom. We still have the classic punchy punchy. So we are going to begin the refit. See, 9 plus. Okay. Now here's the interesting. We need to check where the Ostrock is. We can't change it. Let's cancel the customation. Change site. Wait, okay. So is... Let's find what we just did. There we go. We're good. That's happening. It'll take a minute. We will soon have a jumping energy boat to give to our jumping jack. Scenarios are not generating. We are on the mission, right? Yeah, it still hasn't completed. So I know it's not the most interesting to sit there and watch me hit the advanced day button. But that's what we got right here. I don't think there's... Let me check the experience. Grace might have enough to do something. She does. She's currently 5'5". Upgrade your gunnery. And we have Arso, who is a 5'5". You might be able to upgrade your gunnery as well. I know Arso is a backup because we just don't like this sneaky guy's personality. And that'll be it. Alright. Keep going. Turnover check. Nobody wants to leave the unit. Great. Personnel market. Let's double check this. Let's just see if there's anything interesting. Admin transport. Data intercept operator. Okay, Derek. I think this is something new. Data intercept operator. Xeno. Data intercept. I don't even know what that is. It's communications sensor operations. Support skills. Well, there's actual support skills. We don't have one. See, there's dependent. There's the people we can hire. There's another doctor. We don't need another doctor. There's a medic. Hire the medic. Except temp medics. We have 0. So we don't actually need more medics. We might just actually have them. Aztecs we need, but I don't see one. Data intercept opposite. I'm going to hire them because I don't know what they do, so now I want one. See, more professionals. Then we have soldiers, vehicle gunners. Okay, let's take a look at our hangar here and go to tanks. Details. Weight, value, force, BB quirks. Status. Crew. 2 out of 4, 1 out of 4. Go to personnel and see vehicle crews. Oh, interesting how this Aztec has showed up. But we... And Doctor has shown up in vehicle crews. Do you have a secondary profession? None. Okay. I don't know why these people are showing up in vehicle crews, but we have driver, gunner. We need more vehicle gunners. So let's go and hire some. We're a couple here. Wanted. Hey! Thinks the company's inventory is theirs. Good luck prying it loose. Okay, she's a thief, clearly. And she's wanted. That's new. This is a new thing. And obviously I'm not going to hire her. She's a wanted thief. Green. Vehicle gunner. Breaks more than just machines. Aims to destroy morale. Relentless. Okay, you sound like an asshole. You don't pass the interview, so no. Leonardo. I don't know if I like or hate that name. Picks targets apart like it's instinct. Cold, fast, surgical. Combat gunnery vehicle 5. I mean, I don't really care. Interested in politics investigation. Great, recruiting. And finally, Arthur. Can squeeze blood from wreckage. Never leaves a battlefield empty-handed. Okay, so if you're going to steal, you steal from the enemy. I mean, that's annoying because if it's salvage I want it. But keeps morale high. There we go. Recruit. Your gun's been in the sphere long enough not to ask the techs to install omnipods, but the appeal of a 5.85 heavy is hard-coded. Yes! Whoa, 100%. Derek, a lot of those support people can be assigned as vehicle crew members in support vehicles, i.e. doing the cooking in a kitchen truck. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I would rather them still show up as support personnel rather than vehicle crews, but I guess that does make sense. So we've got our gunners here. So let's assign person, gunner, regular. Assign person, gunner, green. Assign person, tech. We already have a tech. So there, we still need more gunners, but they won't show up for a minute. We still have 0. Use employees convoy. Balanced. Accept. Yada, yada, yada. Weird that we haven't seen a mission show up. I am just going to fast forward to a new month. Oh, we missed it. I saw it just before things changed, but somebody got pregnant. We're talking about babies and coming of age, and somebody's pregnant. We received an application from a candidate whose profession is rarely seen. Immediate access recruitment database. Let's go. So is that supposed to be the soldier? Aerospace pilot, Aztec. We need Aztecs. Recruit you. See, I'm actually more excited for the recruitment screen all of a sudden because I'm seeing interesting stuff. I think we need a couple of gunners. I like seeing this information. Trust instincts over perfection. Believes any action is better than none. Picks targets apart like it's instinct, cold, fast, surgical. Sure. Great. I like you. Vehicle gunner. Helps without being asked. Quiet kind. The kind that keeps units together. Yes. I like this. War crime investigator. A war crime investigator? What? What purpose? I love it. What purpose do they serve? I have no idea. Not someone I actually want to hire for my unit, but that's cool. He's a ultra green war crime investigator. What? I don't think you, as an ultra green person, someone who lacks experience, immediately go to war crime investigator. You probably start off as an investigator and advance to war crimes. I mean, BattleTech is the universe of war crimes, so I guess that works. But all right, close that. Yeah. War crime investigator might make sense in the home worlds, but not in the inner sphere. Oh, it makes sense in the inner sphere all the time. Have you heard of the Draconis Combine? Because, first of all, that's who we're fighting against. And second, they are known for war crimes. Warning, the political climate is affecting how factions view you. Negative, the Capellans and Draconis Combine. Positive, Federated Sons, Lyran Commonwealth, Majesty of Canopus. Minus. Okay. Interesting. Let's keep going. Oh. Using Plural's Convoy. Balance, accept. Oh, we need to see green. What is this green? Spouse. Okay. Student. Oh, this is the child we sent off. Mother. Okay. Kim, 31. Normally we'd see in the medical log. There it is. There's the pregnant. There's the pregnancy. We found it. We have a prisoner here that is not doing well. In the infirmary? Yep. A broken back, lost her right hand. Infinite. That's not going to recover unless we put a robot hand on it, which we're not going to do. All right. Okay, so far this updated version, I like. I do like it. Some interesting stuff happening. Other than we're not actually getting a mission. Yeah, but the last war crimes trial in the inner sphere was before the Exodus. They got around war crimes by not having laws against them. So you're saying they have war crimes, they just don't investigate them. I think... Okay, here we go. Captain, I want to update you on the unit's plans for the upcoming winter holidays. My team has put together some ideas to honor the tradition while accommodating our current schedule. The 5th night bonfire is getting a lot of hype, and I'm bracing for at least one over-enthusiastic display during the symbolic event. The 11th night will have another bonfire, a gift exchange, and a feast. Some folks are calling it the Great Eat-Off, which probably tells you everything you need to know. If you have any words of wisdom or just want to see the show, let me know. RP, sounds great. Looking forward to seeing how it turns out. RP, I'm not sure this is the best use of our time right now. Or RP, why are we wasting time on this nonsense? So, an interesting thing about clanners is that they do have their holidays and they do celebrate them. If you go to, the Clans Warriors of Kerensky, the supplemental that was written sort of from the universe perspective of Mr. Wolf, Phelan Wolf / Phelan Kell / Phelan whatever, and become Phelan literally means wolf and was captured by Clan Wolf. I call him Mr. Wolf because it's kind of silly. But in any case, he was the perspective of the source book, and they talked about how the clans actually do have a lot of holidays and a lot of things that they celebrate, particularly around the Star League. So, well, first instinct from a lot of alternate sources would indicate that, Irgun as a clanner would be against holidays. I think not. However, he is a bit kind of stern, so it wouldn't be wasting time. It would be, I'm not sure this is best use. So there we go. We are just gonna keep hitting the button. I think at this point, we're not going to get a mission. Normally they generate by now. Happy winter holidays. I just wanted to send a quick message to remind you that it's okay to take a break even for just a bit. The unit's doing their best to make things festive, and honestly, it's kind of impressive. Your presence would definitely add to the atmosphere, but no pressure. Just know we're all hoping you get a moment to relax too. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate the thought. Thanks for the message. Unfortunately, I'm swamped with reports right now. I do think he'd be swamped with reports. Doesn't really want to spend that much time with the spheroids, even though he's here. Jeez. Happy New Year, Captain. Private Steve Martin, soldier. Hey! Here's to a great year. Not really feeling the New Year spirit, but thanks anyway. Another year of the same crap. Yay. Yep. Another year of the same crap. Okay, there's a trebuchet. We do not want it. I don't care about a trebuchet. Support person of the year. Yep. The doctor. Sure. Issue awards. Captain, need to bring an important development to your attention regarding the prisoner who was captured during this operation. Enemy officer is offering a whole bunch of money. Accept the offer. Goodbye. Personnel market update. Want Aztecs. There we go. Okay. Avoid safety by choice. Risk is the goal. Somehow keep surviving. I like it. Could sell ice to a snowbound mech crew. Yeah. Cool. Aztec. Brings fire to everything. Fights hard, parties harder, never fades. Doesn't get even, gets creative. Sure. Aztec. Srileka? Pushes past limits like they don't exist. Burnout risk, doesn't care. Sure. And Aztec. Ambition drives up every step. Limits aren't accepted, they're broken. That's a really silly portrait. But yeah, we want Aztecs. We want actual people. Embedded military holo filmer. What? What? They're just making stuff. Okay. I don't need to hire an embedded military holo filmer. Am I a scribe? A signal jamming specialist. I'll take the single jamming specialist. I don't need a scribe. Soldiers, vehicle gunners. I think I do need one more vehicle gunner. Rejects caution, relies on audacity, instinct, high survivability, or quick death. Sure. Here we go. Now let's close this and make sure. Assign person gunner. Assign person gunner. And assign person gunner. There we go. We have 2 operational maximum heavy transports at 3 tons of cargo each. Now, our employer was offering us 4 tons of cargo. We now have 6 tons of our own transport. So we'll see next time what actually happens. January 1st, we have no missions popping up. I don't need to click the button a bunch of times. We have recruited everybody we need. New month. Here we go. Just check the sheet. We have around 0 tons of space, which doesn't make sense because we should have some now. But convoy duty can be risky, or recommended to keep your convoys at or below 200 tons in vehicle weight. Larger convoys are more likely to be intercepted. Alright. Use the employer's convoy. Balanced. Accept. Did I already hit the new month button? Yes, I did. Alright. People gained XP. Market. Anything interesting? Alright, we are trying to... another Maxim Heavy hover transport. Infantry compartment 3 tons. That's not cargo. Maxim Heavy transport. Infantry compartment. Actually, we should take a look and make sure that our guys have cargo and not infantry compartments. Ah, there it is. Okay, we messed up. We're gonna customize. We're gonna customize that real quick. Troop space. None. Cargo space. A bunch. Okay. Begin refit. What is it saying? Nothing to change. I mean nothing to change. Change the cargo. Alright. In which case... Turret, machine gun, SRM-6. I mean, I don't... You know what? Here, now we'll make a change. Move one armor from the rear to the turret. Begin refit. We have veteran mech tech. We want a mechanic. Done. Submit. Mark 3. There we go. Submit. Already something with the name. Alright. Outcast 1. Submit. Yes. Done. Let's go find the other one here. Let's make sure it's in a maintenance facility. And customize. There we go. We made the mistake of seeing infantry compartment, not cargo. Well, that's fixed. Balance, yeah, because we should have our own. Yada yada. Oh yeah, advanced postal days, new month. Skip all this crap. Long-range sensor detected enemy activity. Yes! We have our first mission! Heavy recon invasion. Take a look. Alright. 10k BV. We have almost 7k. We have a lot of BV of allies. You are to advance towards an overwhelming enemy position and gather intelligence on their strength. This is a high-risk reconnaissance mission, and direct engagement is not an option. Stealth, speed, and deception will be your greatest assets. If you are compromised, expect a swift and overwhelming response. Avoid unnecessary confrontations, but prioritize evasion over combat. At least one of your units must survive. The enemy will control the field at the end of engagement, meaning there's no reinforcements or recovery options. Your employer is deployed you alongside integrated force, artillery-based allied comms. So, here's the interesting thing. This is recon. This should not be our main unit. This should be our secondary unit. So this would be the training, which has an awesome in it, which won't. So we're gonna toss that in the command lance briefly. And there's nothing in here relatively fast, so what we're going to do, go to the area operations. We're going to manage deployment. We're going to send our training group in. And then it's to Phoenix Hawk and a Wyvern. They could definitely charge in, scan. So this is one of those, well, I'll just be... The auto-resolve is really awful for things like this, because you're really not even supposed to be engaging. So we're just going to resolve manually. Yes. Okay. So we're just going to resolve manually and just say they walked up and scanned and left. So boop, 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 finish. Oh, we have to survive for 12 turns and running around the map. Sure. We did it. Yay. Our first mission, and it was a go scan the guys. Great. Alright, new month. Alright, Captain Unit's current deployment has officially included... Hey! Hey, look at that! We skipped everything. I better take a look. Yay! Start date, end date. Complete mission. Success. Okay. Captain, some prisoners have put in a request to join the company. Timing's not great, but it's on the table. If you want to see their file before we finish things here, I can pull it up. Otherwise, they go wherever the rest of POWs ignore. This is the last chance to recruit any prison defectors. Prison defectors can be spotted by the star next to the prison title. Take a look. Personnel. We want prisoners. Who's got a star? You, Tony? A vehicle driver? Oh, we could have used you a minute ago, but now we don't care. Okay. Unit's deployment has officially concluded. I already did that. Complete. Okay. Ignore them. There we go. All done. Wait. The enemy is completely overwhelming our forces, excluding final push for total victory. We won! Oh, due to the fourth succession war crisis, your employer has invoked the emergency clause and extended the contract 1 month. So that means it's not over? It's not over. Okay. That's cool. Kind of. Alright, 1 month. Received the direct transmission from someone identifying themselves as Wingman. Okay. Offer of service, straightforward. What's Wingman? A mech warrior who is a 3-4. I like that. Mental aptitude, 50%. Leaps before thinking, believes boldness is his own justification. Unpredictable, keeps everyone guessing. Sometimes that's an asset. A 3-4 who's coming to us. I've been watching your operation. Looks like you've got things under control, but control only gets you so far. I don't play it safe. Caution gets people killed, boldness wins battles. I'll take the shot no one else will and push through the fire when everyone else is looking for cover. If you want someone careful, keep looking. I thrive on the edge between victory and disaster. So what's it going to be, Captain? Give the order. I'm ready. Oh gosh, it's another name that... like saying Sheik? Wingman. I'm calling him Wingman. Calling him Wingman because I can't even start. I can't even start with that. Welcome to the team. I like you. You have a good attitude. And we have extra mechs, so... Alright, so we're assigning you a rank. Call you a private. You're not a recruit. And... assigned to unit as pilot assault. We have an extra awesome. That's awesome, literally. So TOE. We do like docking the awesome. Gordana. Oh, she's a 3-4 all of a sudden? When did that happen? Did she just get better? Her gun's a 2-2. He was not a 2... 1-2? Okay, I'm going to put on the pre-show, which I updated recently, and I'll show. Edith was a 4-4. Edith on this is a 3-3. Everybody increased by 1. Your gun, 3-3. Everybody increased by 1 in my main squad here. Somehow, for some reason. There's an issue with this update. Now, I would like to keep it, but no. Some of your people gained attribute bonuses to their effective skills. Okay. Oh, you're right. So all these high stat people. Alright, here we go. Start a little poll. Should we keep the new stat adjusted skills? So our main group has all improved by 1. Or do we go back to the way it used to be? Do we go back to the way they were? Because if you look, their gun's now heroic instead of elite. Edith is now elite. So apparently these guys have enough, dexterity and reflexes. Those are the ones that really changed it up. So obviously 7-7. Yeah, that is a lot. If you've ever played Time of War, that is a lot. we've got some viewers here. If you can tap that poll. Okay, so give me some idea of should we keep this or should we not? Yeah, the thing is, Sherry is a 7 dexterity, 7 reflexes. That is huge. That is a lot. That is silly. And that's making her a 1-2. She's going from like a 4-4 to a 1-2 all of a sudden. I'm pulling up this again, the slideshow. Let's see if I can... There's Edith. Get her gun, 3-3. Oh, it should switch through in a second. There we go. Gordana, she was a 4-5. She was a 5-5. Now she's a 3-4. She has 6 dexterity, 7 reflexes. And there's Sherry. Yeah, she was a 4-4. She's no longer piloting a Stinger, but she is a Gunnery 4, piloting 4, Jumping Jack Terrain Master. So she went from a 4-4 to a 1-2. Feels a bit extreme to me. We have decisions to make. Now, we have a minute because our contract is extended for a month. And I'm going to keep going with it because I like the RPG aspect of it, but that is a huge power buff. That is huge. It's actually kind of silly. I don't know why our main characters all had dexterity 7. Yeah, dexterity 7, reflexes 6. It's the combination of those two. She has +1 dexterity for some reason. Your gun should have a, double extra for being Trueborn. Let's take a look at this. So, take a look at the edit personnel. This is all the stuff because we are in a new version, right? He's from Ironhold. He is Clan Jade Falcon. He is a Trueborn. He is clan personnel. What does that mean? Aha, that was detagged. So, gunnery bonus. Yeah, bonus 1 and piloting bonus. High school. Like, I don't know what mech warrior training roughly equates to. You can see here aggression, ambition, greed, social quirk, has a nemesis. Abilities, log scenarios, abilities. Where even are the stats here? That's the curious part. Yeah, abilities. You think it'd be in abilities. So this is a curiosity. I don't even know. It's not part of this. 2-2. It's not part of that. It must just be... Yeah, traits. Blood mark, unlucky, 1. Decrease the... Yeah. Edit person, edit injuries. Set attribute score. Okay, that's what you're looking at. Randomize roleplay traits, randomize roleplay attributes, remove all roleplay skills. Well, we have 0% yes and 0% no. I'm going to run with it. Go to the end of the month. Captain, a long-range sensor that indicated enemy activity within the area of operations. Convoy escort. Okay. Better take a look. We have a mission. Let's play this out with our new elite squad. Goodness. We'll use our regular guys here. I don't think we need to bring the new guy in. We'll throw the new guy in there. Yeah, the new guy at 3-4 is like, oh, it's a 3-4. This is great. This will be an improvement. No, it's not. We have an elite squad now. So, managed deployment. We're gonna send our command lance in. We are up to 9,788 BV all of a sudden. So, okay, this is silly, but we're going with it. All right, let's take a look at this. Always check clear, strong gale, daylight, blowing sand. Okay, that's annoying. We'll be all right. Excuse me. The Tricada's Combine Op 4 is less BV than just our command lance. This should be easy. This should be easy. Oh, let's read this. An allied convoy carrying critical supplies is moving through hostile territory, and enemy forces are preparing to intercept. Your mission is to ensure that the convoy reaches its destination. At least 50% of the convoy must reach the far edge of the engagement area intact. These supplies are vital to sustaining our operation, and failure is not an option. Should the enemy resistance prove too strong for a full escort, you have an alternate means to secure victory. If at least 50% of the convoy survives while you destroy or rout 50% of the enemy forces, the mission will be considered a success. Breaking the enemy's will to fight will give the convoy a clear path forward. We will control the field at the conclusion of battle. Great. Commence drop. Put the pause screen back on. Wait and let it load. Give it a minute. This is the first time new MegaMek has loaded and launched, so this might be a minute. Alright, so Allied Thumper off board. That's fine. Go through. We can see the enemy. We want game options. Okay. I don't know what, if anything, is victory conditions. Skip all victory conditions. Destroy enemy BV. We're going to go 51% for auto victory. Let's double check all this. Alright, it remembered floating crits. There's probably some interesting stuff we can add, but I would want to change those settings in Mech HQ rather than MegaMek here. I just want to make sure RPG related. Yeah, it looks like everything's okay. Great. And the one other thing we need to do, which is Commonwealth Convoy. We want to check the bot settings. So right now, it's defaulting to a standard bot behavior, which is no. We do not want it to act as a standard bot. So exclusive herding. If enabled, Princess won't herd with units of other players. I am a pirate. Ignore damage output. Ignores damage output when calculating the best movement. This is useful for units in convoys. Yes, perfect. And you're a running away. Oh, convoy. Look at that. Convoy. Convoy. Exclusive herding. Great. That's what we want. Lion Commonwealth Convoy to be a convoy. And Tricada's Combine off 4. Let's actually make them. We want them to be really aggressive. Ruthless. Done. Great. Alright. Let's start. Boom. Alright, looking the same as always. It looks like the little icons are changed a little bit here. And oop, that's not what we want. We want here. Now this is a little off because they changed the order here. So Gordana is actually Gordana is still in the Crusader, and Edith is in the Longbow, if you remember right. So the upper right hand, that little health meter thingy, is not quite accurate, and things have moved around. So that screen's popped up. What is... That's the mini-map thingy? Oh, because there's no actual mini-map showing. So let's turn that off. Let's go view mini-maps. You guys can see it. Nope, it's not working. Alright, we're going to ignore it. You don't need a mini-map. You have checkerboard in the center. We are deploying. We are just going to steamroll stomp them. So let's just head right in. Let's not worry about that too much. There we go. Targeting phase. Artillery coming in. It should tell us the hexes that they're targeting. Yep, right there. Walk forward. We're just going to have everybody walk and just wreck house. This should be kind of a stomp. If our allied convoy doesn't run face first into the enemy, like these guys are doing over here for some reason. Alright, your gun. Yeah, we want solid shot because we're just going to try to deal a whole bunch of damage. We're shooting on... Yeah. Gunnery skill, blowing sand, attacker, walk, target, move, done. Okay. What is that? Lost soul. I don't like you. You have the most guns. We're going to shoot at you. Done. Warhammer. We are also going to shoot at you. Done. Followed by our nice custom Crusader. Also shoot there. Done. Lots of PPCs coming to that thing. And now we have LRM-20s. 28%. You have 12 shots basically. Ooh, that's in perfect short. J. Edgar. Yes. We're doing it. We're blasting. Oh yeah, the Ossoul is glancing the glancing low profile thing. So ooh, 5 damage to the head. Yay! That's 20 damage total. Lots of misses. So this is new. This user interface, this design here is new. See how the vehicle is colored here in this little slot? There's also a lot more space between these actions here. I'm curious in client settings. Report link color, success, missing. Yeah, we can play around with this another day, but you can see here that it's based on the color of the text here, the color for that particular player. Oh, Ossoul does fall. Limb blown off. Good start. Artillery coming in. Now, last turn's artillery will land after this round. After this movement phase, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, Warhammer, you're just gonna skip. Like we are just gonna be able to out damage everything. There we go. There's the artillery hitting nothing. Alright, your gun. 4-5. 5-6. 4-5. Blackjack, what does that this Blackjack have? Blackjack has AC2s and medium lasers. That Ossoul has a whole bunch of lasers. That Ossoul is still the threat. And we're just Alpha Strike. Just blam it down. Blam it to death. We have a bunch of stuff that got in short range here. So we go damage high low. We are going to fire. It's 3 hexes out. Speed farm. Let's do. From 6 is how much heat? 4. We're already at 3 over. 42%. Do it. We're just doing it. Gordana can't shoot at the foot platoon, but can shoot here. Damage high, low, medium, medium. Here we go. Done. Anything at the magic 7 hexes? No. That also is there. Let's blast the Shadowhawk. Call that done. Alright. That is 20 damage to the Soul. We have Warhammer destroys the right arm of the Wasp. Misses with a lot of other stuff. Hits with the SRM. Gets a couple of crits here. It's lost a jump jet. Section destroyed, right torso. So we have a right arm, right torso gone. Critical sink into there. Nothing, like 2 internal left on the leg. So hopefully Gordana actually hits with something and knocks it out. It doesn't look like. There we go. Hit on the gyro. 4 internal remaining. 2 internal remaining. Crit engine. So gyro engine. It's crippled as 2 internal structure left on the center torso. So that Wasp is not actually quite dead. AC2 to the head on your gun. Reroll with edge, 1 damage to right leg. Ugh. Longbow misses. Ossoul misses. Lots of missing. Your gun gets hit for 2 damage right towards the reel from that Wasp that should be dead but isn't. That Wasp falls, takes 2 damage to the left leg, and destroys the leg. So that Wasp is basically dead, and Gordana's going to try to go up and kick it. Banana Peel is going to try to kick, because that's what she does. That's how she got the name Banana Peel. Got to keep watching for artillery, because look at that. The next turn, they're trying for that hex. Okay. Let's let our allies move. We are going to try to get out of there. Gun, you gain some heat. You want to cool off, and you're going to want to kick. Let's move away from that spot. Oh, boy. Yeah. Back up. Warhammer. Back up 3. There you go. Now, Gordana was going to walk forward and try to kick that Wasp, but it looks like the pilot ejected. And we're also going to walk that way to move away, hopefully, from the artillery. Because it does arrive not this turn, but next turn. I think. Hopscotch, you're far enough away. You're just going to skip movement and try to blast. There we go. Wasp ejects. And there it is. A bunch of misses with the artillery. Now, if we go up, you'll see the explosions here. So the explosions are where the artillery hit, and the X is where they were aiming. Each subsequent turn, artillery fires trying for the same spot. I don't think subsequent makes it easy or hard, but once you actually succeed in hitting a spot, you can just hit that spot. You don't have to roll to see if it misses. So once they get it right, they know what they're doing. Here we go. Stuff within minimum range of the PPC and the LB10. Excuse me. And we've also overheated, so we're going to shoot the Shadowhawk. And cool off a little bit, though. We should probably fire the LB instead of the medium. Done. Warhammer. Warhammer. Yeah, fire the Blackjack. 1 PPC, because you're overheating. Done firing. Banana Peel. What have we got? PPC on 0? 58% on that. Injured all soul, which we probably should have had your gunfire at. Oh, 3 hexes, it was in a bad range. A secondary target in short range here. Done. Hopscotch. We do have some stuff in the magic short range, the magic 7 hexes. But we do actually have on the line, so probably not rear, but at least the left arc of that Ost Soul. It's missing its... How's it doing here? Left leg. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Let's blast the crap out of it. While we're at it, let's shoot that wasp. Done. Your gun blows off the head of the Shadowhawk. And that is if you're gonna make the first shot on a target, have literally the first shot just blow the head off. Excellent. Your gun is taking a little bit of damage, but we're okay here. Notice how I've set the little golden yellow text here. That is a miss. So anytime you see that, it's a miss. Green is a hit. There we go. A whole bunch of medium lasers from the blackjack. Couple of them hitting your gun, but not overly concerning. Hopscotch hits with its LRM-20 against the Ost Soul. Cluster is not too great, but it does blow the leg off. Again with a 12. So many 12s. My friend Nate. Nate, if you were watching here, we've got a 12 and then a 12, followed by a 12. All for crits. I'm blowing limbs off here, which does not happen all that often. Oh, 12 and then a 12. Immediately after each other, but just, you know, not at the same time. More lasers to stuff. Pardon me. It's been a long day. I am probably going to head out after this one mission. I normally try to play 2, but it took us a while to get this one. I'll finish this mission and then finish the contract and see where we are. Alright. Blacks out. The Ost Soul blacks out. Alright, let's kick this blackjack. Kick. And kicks. 15 damage. Our allies are shooting. Or physical attacking. Things are going well for us. Which is not a surprise. Alright. So the artillery fired again, but I don't know where they shot. Let's just double check. They might literally all be shooting in this same spot. Does it tell us? Yes! Yes, it does. Yes, it does tell us. It does tell us that there's artillery coming in there. Oh my gosh. that is a whole lot of potential death. Can we really see it? Yeah, do you see all of that? Oh my gosh, all in that same spot. Well, we'll move the hell away from there. That's a lot of artillery coming to that one spot. Alright, your gun. Warhammer, I think you've got enough space, and something just got up close to you. Let's move close to it. Same holds true here, because that's an assault mech. A kick will just obliterate that vehicle. Outboard text. They hit the pack rat. Let's take a look at those explosions here. Oh, they hit the pack rat. How did they get all the way up there? Oh, here we go. There's the explosion. They missed that bad? They missed bad enough that they could damage this? Oh, like that stuff? This is kind of absurd. Hold on. Next 2521. Hex labels aren't on here, but it does hit using a rear table. So it hit here. It didn't hit your gun, which is curious. Let's take a look here. Hex coordinates. So it hit hex 2521, which is that one. Okay, that explains sort of how it would hit. Ah, well, doesn't matter that much. We didn't get hit and they did. Turn to fire. Okay, air gun, you were basically, let's make sure we select your gun here. Just obliterate this wasp. I mean, you're at 1 heat, just alpha strike, just knock it out, just obliterate it. Alright, everything that is not your PPCs is just going to fire on that vehicle. Done. Banana peel. Go to that blackjack. And we're going to overheat. We're just going to do it. We're going to just nuke everything. That's the objective now. Can we shoot that blackjack? Yeah, it's 7. LM20s of the blackjack. Lasers on the blackjack. Done. That longbow's there just to kick that tank if it survives. Little plinks from AC2s on our units, not that big. Your gun misses with his big guns, but does hit with some lasers, which manages to destroy the left arm of that wasp. It takes, little plink of 2 damage here. Edith in the Warhammer? Somebody in the Warhammer. Sherry? We'll find out in just a second. Warhammer. It's Edith. Edith is in the Warhammer. So our little display up on the upper hand right hand card is completely messed up, but Edith and the Warhammer. Actually, in fact, let's just get rid of the nameplate. Edith and the Warhammer hits with a bunch of stuff, but does not take out the J. Edgar hover tank. So we are going to kick it. Banana peel. Gordana hits with a bunch of guns, including the head of the blackjack, but it's not that much. Okay, done with that. Physicals. We are gonna kick the tank. We are gonna kick the tank. And we kicked the tank. Or did we? Yes, we did. So, hopscotch and that longbow kicks for 17 damage. In one location on that little itty bitty tank, it's dead. It's gone. It explodes. It's a fiery soccer ball. And we won! Because we killed everything. Save the combat GIF. Save the salvage record. Done. Alright. Do we declare that we control the battlefield? Yes, we do. We're practically undamaged because we took just superficial armor hits. Let's shrink this down so it fits in here. Nobody's hurt. Nobody escaped. You are not escaping from that. We have an Ost Soul, so we'll salvage that for parts. And then... Nope. If we take... So the mission's basically over, so anything we take in excess of our salvage, we have to pay back. Okay, done. Wasp and Ossol. Ossol was us. And... I'm gonna give it to Sherry. Not Sherry. Give it to Gordana. She got that one. And the Wasp... Wasp is a Warhammer, which was Edith. There we go. Everybody got a kill. They all reached it. Forced to withdrawal. Boom. Lots of points. Done. Give Transport. Return to deployment. We've got 4 C-bills and battle loss compensation for parts on the Warhammer. So, yeah. Alright, so we just got to make it through to the end of the month. I'm just going to super click through this. Oh, tactical withdrawal. Here we go. We do have another mission. And it's only 7:35. I normally go for another hour, so okay. That was shorter than I thought. Maybe we'll play this out. Alright, what are we looking at here? Your tactical withdrawal. Superior enemy force is in pursuit, tend to overwhelmingly eliminate your units before they escape. Your mission is to break free and reach the opposite edge of the gamut zone with at least 50% of your forces. Survival mobility are priority, so not a battle patrician. So to use speed. It will control the battlefield. I mean, what is this? 8,000? Great. We out BV them from the start, and we have allies coming in. So I have a feeling this is just going to mean another kill. Yeah. Alright, MegaMek is loaded. MegaMek is loading fast today. I don't know if it's the update or not, but bot settings. We're gonna call them Berserk. Dracon's Combine Recon Mechs. They have Recon Mechs. Scout. Okay. Allied Ground Forces. Bot settings. Well, these guys are gonna be juggernauts. They're gonna think of themselves better than they should. Allied Artillery. It's just artillery. Okay. As always, check the options here. Story enemy BV. 51. They will surrender at 51. Alright. Let's do this. I have a feeling this is also not going to be a challenge. Dun dun dun. I hope the next contract is on a low gravity planet, because those are always interesting. Alright, no enemies in range. Skip firing with everybody. Alright, computers. Okay, they appear behind us. That's a little annoying. So we're just going to be turning around. Wow, they are really just turning dense. Did we get a lot of TMM? No. Are we just going to be moving backwards and shooting at them while our allies act as bullet sponges? Yes. Because, I mean, we have the Stinger and the Wasp with their rears facing us right now. So that's going to be more of a Gordana thing. And that unit should not have partial cover. So, go damage high, low. And we should be able to save weapon order so we don't have to do this every time. And we are minimum range for the PPC, but that's still 42% chance for a rear PPC shot on that thing, which I like. Machine gun. We're going to skip the SR. One SRM will gain a little bit of heat. Not enough to affect our movement, so we'll do that. Your gun wants a different target. Your gun is going to go. So that's an interesting thing. So we want to control B is unit label. Can we see? Oh, they don't have nicknames. What happened to all the fun nicknames of all the enemies? I mean, okay, that's fine. Makes sense. Not every single enemy you face is every single unit on the op force is going to have call sign. But it was kind of funny sometimes having their call signs be something interesting. So I'll figure out what happened there. But in the meantime, Champion is a 4/5. Ostrock is a 4/5. Crusader is a 4/5. Other Crusader is a 4/5. Stinger is a 4/5. Phoenix Hawk is a 4/5. They're all 4/5s. Nothing is particularly interesting. What does a Champion have for guns? AC-10, 2 beam lasers, SRM-6. That's a decent amount of gun. We are dealing with the double large laser LRM-5 Osol. So the Champion and the Ostrock here are probably 2 ones. Derek, I think nickname privileges are restricted to skilled opponents now. Makes sense, kind of. Although call signs are just... It's one of those things like, I think call sign... Everything having a call sign was ridiculous. I think nothing having a call sign is not as fun. There must be a medium point I can look into at some point. But right now, you know, the difference between the Ostrock and the Champion is medium and long range. So we are just going to blast away at the Champion. Done. Alright, Warhammer. You're going to fire the Phoenix Hawk. Or the rear of the Stinger. Phoenix Hawk. And we want to go damage high-low, board, save weapon order. Throw in 2 medium lasers there. Done. Hopscotch. Nothing is in the golden zone. Damage high. Medium lasers. You want to fire there. Done. This is where I miss clan lasers. Uh-oh. Spoiler alert, Hopscotch is on fire all of a sudden. So, that's not good. I saw that, you know, avatar change before this popped up, which is not good. No. No. Nate, where are you? Because this is silly. This is very silly. Need 7, roll 7, hits head with an AC-10. Hopscotch takes hit to the head, but is rerolled with edge. Okay, that's fine. 0 edge remaining. Rolls the head again. That's 2 12s. Rolls 10, 2 locations. One of this is the cockpit. So, no. Did Print Justice roll a 12-12-12 sequence? Not quite 12-12-12. It was 12-12. 12-12, 10, 3. Ugh. But this is absurd. This is absurd. Edge to avoid a head hit. Hits the head again. Gets the crit. Gets the cockpit. This is I am removing her death. She did not die. particularly because that Sherry Hopscotch, she's my 1-2. I'm not losing a 1-2 because Princess loves the number 12. Oh, I don't even know. But Banana takes off the right torso of the Stinger and then does some other stuff. My brain is a little fried from that head death. Oh, she's been... Oh, that was silly. That's ridiculous. We've talked about before how Princess loves 12 somehow. This is a great example. Yeah, retrospectively applying the skin of the teeth injection rule. Something like that, because just no. I definitely have to give these guys more edge. If I don't need to spend the experience to increase their skill, I'm giving them all more edge, because this is absurd. Wow. Alright, physical attacks. Yeah, what I don't care. I'm flabbergasted. That was a good chunk of our BV too. I mean, I don't think we're gonna lose, but good gosh. Huh? More foes coming in. Back up. Oh, this is the Warhammer. Back up. Alright. Stinger ejects. Gordana gets hit by an artillery round. The artillery that fired down here somehow manages to hit her up here. That's bad. Needs 12, rolls 3, misses, scatters. Okay, yeah. That's because the number of hexes is moved is based off of the difference between the numbers, and it really... 9 hexes, that does not get much worse than that. Wow. Okay. There, your gun. What even did the killing blow? It was the thing with an AC-10. What is an AC-10? The champion. I'm going to say it was the champion, unless something else is an AT-10. Yeah, so it was the champion. Champion must die. Champion is not overly injured, so I don't necessarily want to bring in... Yeah, we're gonna alpha strike this. We're gonna lose a little movement to blast the crap out of that thing. And those guys aren't close enough to get set for me to care. Which case... Yeah, we're just gonna keep blasting it. The hell with that thing. It needs to die. Alright. Weapons fire. The champion is doing some damage to our allies. Their gun hits it for 40 damage. Enemy Wolverine wreaks havoc on our allied Cicada. Knocks off the left torso. Hits the head. Okay, Cicada's taking a bunch more damage. Cicada not in good shape. Cicada dodging some stuff. The Warhammer, that is 60 damage total this turn to the champion. We get an engine and a gyro hit. Alright, Cicada's taking more damage, critical hit on the upper leg, so our allied Cicada is going to be falling for sure. If it survives, wow. Oof, it's taking more. Okay, right arm blown off. Another a gyro hit. Yeah, the Cicada's falling down. It's not surviving to the end of the next turn. Cordana hits, destroys a left arm, misses with a bunch of other stuff. Cicada takes more damage, and the champion falls. We have no physicals to make. Cicada dies. He gets physical to death. Beaver remaining 75. I'm still just shocked and annoyed. I have to give our guys more edge just to avoid that. There's a part of me that wants to let Sherry die, but I just can't. No self-respecting game master, in my opinion, would let that character die that way. Just almost untouched, full armor, head hit, reroll, head hit. No. If it was a you're out of edge head hit, then oh crap, you're out of edge. You used it once already. You avoided your fate once. Now you got hit, but 2 head hits in a row while using edge. Oh, just no. Can't. I can't. All right, back 1, 2, 3. Rotate. Done. Well, where are those guys? Yeah, right there. Force the twist and fire. There we go. We're good. It's not in the rear. That's the important part. Warhammer's gonna walk forward a little bit. Try to get into the rear of that Phoenix Hawk. Alright, champion tries to get up and ends up blacking out. Okay, done. Alright, artillery deals a bunch of damage to both enemy and allies. Alright, your gun. I think you are actually going to focus down these little butt heads that are coming at us. Yeah, we're fine there. You know what? Done. I mean, a mobile champion going for the head on 9s. I didn't even go for the head on 9s. We're going for the center torso on 2. Automatic hit. Kill that thing. Done. Alright, Gordana. You fire that stinger on 42% close range. Medium laser. Medium laser. SRM on 11. No, done firing. Let's see what happens. Alright. Missing. My puppy's here. Oh, yes. Yes, puppy. Oh. Can you join in? Do you want to play? We're just scrolling through some results here. Alright, your gun. Yeah, gun wreaks some havoc on double engine hit. Section destroyed on left torso and left arm. It's not dead, but it's not doing. In the era of single heat sinks, double engine hit is basically a death sentence. Right leg, center torso, 7 internal. Right torso, almost dead. Crusader's almost dead. And Locust Falls. Done. Say hello to Cheddar, everybody. Ooh. She walked in here. She probably wants some attention. Oh yeah, she's all snuggled up. Can't reach mouse with dog snuggling. Where am I? What am I doing? There's a big old microphone in the way from me seeing everything. Letter. Oh, this is physical attacks. We're gonna skip all of those. Alright, how did our allies do? Just fine. Done. Heat phase, we're good. What's the BV status? We're at 74. They're still at 85. Okay, they aren't too hurt yet. Oh, yes. Yes, puppy. Yeah, she's a senior puppy, so she gets extra love. Oh, yes. But I'm the only one around, so I'm the only one who can give her attention right now, so I apologize for the puppy break. Look at this little puppy! Okay. There we go, puppy break. Where was I? Oh yeah, her gun's gonna shoot and kill some stuff. So, let's let our allies move. They're done moving. Gordanus is gonna stay still. Perfect. Your gun can kick the crap out of that thing. And everybody's gonna be ganging up on that Phoenix Hawk, so I'm tempted to send Edith forward. But if she moves forward, she's not gonna get back out. They're just gonna swarm her too. So, although we do want to get in the rear arc of that Ostrock. We are in the and we're 3 hexes away, so we can actually just hit with we can just try an alpha, and it stood still. Yeah. Blacks out on the Locust. Is it the best move? No, but is Edith going to just basically blam Alpha Strike away? Possibly. Your gun, however... Look at that. This is the moment where you might actually want to just cluster the crap out of that thing. And we still have medium lasers to fire. Yeah, let's do it. It killed... It took out our freaking longbow. Medium, medium, small, small, machine gun, SR6. Into the rear of that Ostrock? Yes. Here we go. Blam that stinger out. So in addition to finally being able to do a Monday night MegaMek stream, we did have the 4th episode of our podcast come out today. And I wanted to mention that we have a bunch of upcoming events. If you are in New York State or anywhere near Ithaca, New York, we have a 1-day tournament coming up this Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. at Cantrip Cards and Games. It's a 1-day Iliad event. Iliad is a constructed classic format where everybody brings a 10,500 BV list, and from which they deploy 7,000 BV of stuff for scenarios. All the information is on the Odysseus Legion website. And then the first weekend in November, the second weekend, it's November 7th through 9th, is the Finger Lakes Area Gaming Convention, in which case we have a salvage free-for-all on Friday and Sunday, and another Catalyst Game Labs demo agent is going to be running a worldwide event on Saturday. So look that up if you are listening or interested. But here we have a gun shooting at that Ostrok. Left torso rear, nice. Left torso rear, also nice, but it will only hit for glancing blow. But we do 3 internal remaining on that, which is nice. Champion takes... Oh, there's a gyro hit. I think that's 2 gyro hits on that thing. It's not doing well. Warhammer takes an AC5, no big deal. Our allies are still being damage sponges. Look, a head hit. Warhammer hitting the rear of that Ostrok is right torso, no left torso. Center torso, rear critical, nothing. So that is all a whole lot of nothing there, which is sad. Crusader here misses with, I mean, each 7 roll 6. That's a whole lot of whiff. A 7 is about a 58% chance to hit, and she missed with 3 in a row. Needs 8, rolls 7. Thanks. You couldn't roll 7 earlier? Ostrok fires and misses. Alright, their Crusader destroys our allied Phoenix Hawk. Our allies are just wading into the death pit as they swarm over everything, but we are doing okay. We are going to kick that Stinger. Moira can't kick anything. There we go. Section destroyed, right leg, perfect. So it's basically disabled. Allied artillery, oh goodness. Considering how bad of shots they are, it might actually be safer to be right next to the spot, but not immediately next to it, because if they hit it, they damage all of this. But if they're going to be off, they're not going to be off by 1. So I think in terms of the safest positions, I actually kind of want to look at the mini-map if I can pull that up here. Yep, we have a bunch of allies up here slowly making their way to us. So yeah, it's just going to be us, and in which case, let's let them move. Hitting that next player button as the screen zoops around. Alright. And nothing is showing their rear here just yet. So Gordana. We don't have backwards level move, backwards going downhill movement enabled, which we really should. We're gonna do that. We want to at least start moving, because this is a lot of stuff that could potentially just swarm us, but also no, let them come to us. Warhammer's definitely wants to back up all the way, because like I said, if it stays still, they're just gonna swarm and murder. This is heavy jungle, light jungle. Oh, Championer Jacks. Artillery hits nothing. Music stopped for some reason. Sorry about that music player. I thought it was on shuffle. There's no, it's playing. There's just weird silence at the end of this track. Okay, skipping to the next track. Alright, you're gone. You're shooting. What do you want to shoot? You don't like Ostroks, so you are going to shoot that Ostrok. Oh, it's taking damage to the rear, but not the front. Boo. Done firing. Warhammer. Go after that Phoenix Hawk. Done. Gordana. Can you kill that wasp? I hope you can kill that wasp. Here we go. Stinger. Miss. Their gun hits with a bunch of stuff. Nothing overly interesting. Gordana gets hit. Warhammer. Edith. Hits with a little bit of things. It destroys the right arm of the Phoenix Hawk, but not much else. Gordana gets an engine critical against the Wasp. Destroys the left leg. There we go. That's important. Then gets some jump jet hits, which is not overly important when it's already lost a leg. Osrock hits with a large laser against the Warhammer. That's really not significant. We have not taken all that much damage. Wasp, Phoenix like Osrock, most things stand. We have no physical there. We have a kick against this prone Wasp, which would probably hurt. Yep, destroys it. Where is all of their BV? Yeah, they're not okay. They're at 66% now, so we're catching up. And their artillery is shooting. Probably still there again. Yes. Oh, we might. I don't know if we're in a safe spot or not. Does it tell us the 2-hit number? No, it does not. Oh, thank you, Allied Artillery. Derek, you had it right. The Allied Artillery is the greatest challenge at this point. And what? Music is not playing again. I thought I skipped. It is playing. Countdown to infinity. Why is... Alright. Or... Did I... Music is playing. I just apparently bumped my... the audio control here. Sorry. It was... Yeah. Ever since that headshot, I've been a little... just... woobled. For lack of a better phrasing. Alright, let's let our allies move. Alright, we got that Crusader move right there. Alright, Gordana, you're gonna go forward and you are gonna Crusader kick their Crusader. That's what's gonna happen. Alright, if we're playing standstill, death ball, wall, they're gonna lose. Let's do this. Oh boy. That's a bunch of hits, but it's just to little bits of nothing, not to anything actually important, so. Alright, we have our gun. Ready to shoot. We are in minimum range for the PPCs. Still hitting on a 68% on that Ostrock. Well, you know what? Your gun does not like Ostrocks. We've established this. That's Alpha Strike. Warhammer. Let's go. Let's start shooting through that Crusader. Not the PPC. We want to cool off a little bit. Also, it's in minimum range, so. Done. Cheddar, what do you want? What do you want? Go lay on your bed. Do you want ups again? Do you want ups again? Oh, she wants ups again. Oof. Look everybody, Cheddar's back. Cheddar, do you have any advice on what to do here? I mean, I know you're undefeated because you've never played this game, so you've never lost it. Crusader versus Crusader violence. Yes, Miss Cheddar. Yes, Miss Cheddar. Mm. I hope you don't have to go outside. We're almost done here. We're almost done here. Can you wait a little bit? Can you wait a little bit? Yeah. Are you just bored? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Huh? Oh, I see you smiling. I see you smiling. You wanted attention. Was that it? I hope you don't have to go out. Hope you don't have peed anywhere. Alright. Alright, your gun hits the Ostrock with a bunch of stuff. Not anything actually overly important. So just some missed criticals. Wolverine shoots at a bunch of our guys. Hits with a little bit, but not much. Warhammer shooting at the Crusader hits with almost everything. Cheddar, what's up? What are you doing? What are you just staring at me in the doorway for? Ostrock hits with a large laser against in the right leg of the Warhammer. Don't like that so much. But we have Gordana hitting with a lot into their Crusader. Crusader on Crusader violence. Oof. Lost all of the armor on the right torso in the Warhammer. We've got a critical on the machine gun and the small laser. So not the most vital components, but also not good that they've opened up the armor. Alright, piloting roll, everyone succeeds. Good, we want a kick now. So we're going to kick the Ostrock. Your gun does not like Ostrocks. We're going to kick the Crusader. And we're going to kick the Crusader. Lots of kicking happening here. Alright, your gun hits. Wolverine misses. Warhammer hits. Ostrock punches at the Warhammer and hits. One second. Sorry about all these delays, guys, but I just gotta. Guess got a text I want to check. And everybody stay standing. They are at 61. We're at 68. Alright. Allies have all moved. Their gun, you're gonna move backwards into that way. Warhammer, you're gonna move into the woods as well, because you want the woods. That Crusader is taking damage to what legs? Both legs. So we're gonna move there, try to kick at those legs. Cheddar has found her bed behind me. Excellent. Artillery hits our Warhammer in the right arm. Oh, great. Thank you, allies. Your gun is going to kill that Ostrock. And it's actually going to do it this time. Warhammer. Shoot that Crusader. What are these on? 58? Yeah, you can do that. Or no, you're not going to do that. You want to fire the lasers instead. Because that's much better odds, actually. The 2 lasers versus the PPC. Crusader on Crusader violence all over again. Done. This would be completely different if we still had the longbow. Alright, 2 foot crits. Right arm destroyed. 1 head hit. Your gun on the Ostrock. See, this is where it's getting closer than it should be because we out-BV'd them by so much, but they just took a huge chunk of it out with that lucky headshot. Always to the point where I would restart the whole mission. I know it was on like turn 2. Turn 1, actually. So maybe I should have, but we're going to keep going. Marauder taking some damage. Not overly concerned about anything. Okay, the Ostrock falls. Their Crusader falls. Done. Banana Peel obviously came in for the kick and is going to get that kick. Second destroyer to the right leg on their Crusader. Excellent. Our Crusader takes 11 damage to the right leg. Has armor remaining. They are 52%. This is probably the last turn. We don't have that much left to destroy. You just have to get rid of 2% of their battle value. Our allies, let's give them the chance to slowly make their way forward. They're probably not going to reach us before this, because this is going to be the last turn. Your gun, you're just going to stay still again. They probably should have torso twist, but you know the Wolverine moved into a spot that can be kicked now anyway. You want to... This is the Warhammer? Why can't you back up? Oh yeah, or back up. There we go. Yes, you want to back up that way. Gordana, banana, banana. One, two, three. That. That's what you're going to do. Excellent. Alright, the artillery hits and doesn't actually hit anything. Got a gun. Keep going after that Ostrock. It's the last turn. Alpha Strike. Warhammer. Edith. You... You should go after that Stinger with your short-range guns. Done firing. Gordana. Crusader on Crusader violence. Let's keep this up. Done. Here we go. Your gun destroys the right leg of the Ostrock. The other on 5 of the Ostrock. And that's it. That thing is just peppered with damage everywhere, but it's not dead. But that might, knocking out the leg of that thing might be the 2% of BV that we need. We've destroyed the right torso of the Stinger. Left arm of the Stinger. Center torso. Yep, Stinger's dead. That might be the 2%. Together, those things might be the 2%. I mean, this is a victory for us. Almost certainly. Gordana really hitting the other Crusader hard, punishing the crap out of it. Okay, your gun, you can get a kick on that Wolverine. Or the Phoenix Hawk. Well, how are the legs on the Phoenix Hawk? The left leg's injured? No, we're gonna just auto hit that Wolverine because we can. Gordana, you're gonna kick Crusader on Crusader violence. And alright, Gordana gets hit in the left leg, 5 internal. We got a critical hit on the lower leg. Gordana does crit the center torso, 3 arm remaining of the enemy Crusader. Gordana falls. Very last turn, and Banana Peel manages to fall. That should be it, right? Yes. There's the victory. Save the files. Done. Mech HQ. We control the battlefield. All right, let's get this resolved here. All right, so we got next. No. Not killed in action. We'll still leave her with the 5 hits. Let's see what happens. Let's see what injuries are there. Nothing escaped. We want parts from the Crusader and the Ostrock. And we want to sell a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, Banana Peel versus Gravity is definitely... Oh, we were going over with that one. Here we go. Some amount of money. It is really fun, like watching her charge forward and try to kick the dropship that one time was just perfect to say, all right, Gordana, if you can run forward and kick the dropship, you'll lose Banana Peel and become drop kick. And she fell in the rain. She couldn't make it, which was lovely. I know we got more kills than that. Your gun got rid of that Ostrock. That's for sure. I'm going to give... This is the problem with things eject before they die. It doesn't actually give you the kill. I'll give the stinger to that Warhammer. Champion is definitely your gun. Actually, I think the champion is the Warhammer. Yeah, Edith got a lot of kills this time. Next. We did not get it with the longbow. Next. Finish. Hopscotch. Purple Heart. Bronze Star. 4 kills. Excellent. Alright. Alright, Sherry. What happened to you? Broken rib. Broken left leg. 30 days out of commission. I think things could have been worse. Now, I said we want to make it to the end of the month. We want to complete this garrison duty. So we're doing it. We're hoping for not another scenario. Order all. There we go. Which is good because we just got a guy injured and unable tactical to draw 1 day. We do. Reduce the break free and reach the opposite edge of the game, so will be 50% of forces intact. All right. Technical, a second one, 4 days later. All right. That means we're probably gonna have to send in the training cadre, which also has 2 awesomes in it. What do we have in the mech hangar that's not being used? Ostrock. Alright. Nothing overly fast. Because we switch it up. I think that is going to be for next time. There's enough to resolve here. It is 8:30, 2.5 hours. I think we're good. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Thank you, Derek, for really being the participating. You're getting that #1 crown tonight. We're going to see and look through the RPG stuff. I'll try to make a call specifically on the attribute scores and how they have suddenly hugely benefited our main characters, and see if we want to keep that or not. But regardless, I will be back streaming at some point, probably next Thursday. I'm going to be unavailable on Mondays again, starting pretty soon here, but that is kind of up in the air. Have a wonderful night, everybody.